Check out my hair! I was just trying to do a hair experiment with different kinds of chemicals. Hairstylists are basically the chemists of the hair salon. Looks pretty cool. We can get into the chemistry of that later. Today in Labrastories, we are learning about Chien Shiung. She was born in China in 1912 to a rich family, and her parents wanted to send her to any school she wanted to go to. She became an experimental physicist. What's an experimental physicist? Let's go find out. A physicist is a person who studies physics. Physics is the study of natural sciences, so motion, time, and space. In physics, there are two main branches, theoretical physics and experimental physics. In theoretical physics, we use math and theories and calculations to prove things. In experimental physics, we get down and dirty and do experiments. Hey, let's do an experiment. For this experiment, we're gonna be in our kitchen. So let's start by getting into our experiment gear. You may be wondering why I'm dressed like a chef. Well, we are doing this experiment in the kitchen, and chefs are the chemists and physicists of the kitchen. So that's why I'm dressed like a chef. Plus, it's good to have protective gear when we're doing experiments. Today, we are going to make plastic out of milk. Let's go through our supplies. 1 cup of milk. 4 teaspoons of white vinegar. Those are all the ingredients you're going to need. For materials, we're going to need paper towel, a mug that can be microwaved, an insulation container to keep microwaved milk warm, and some food coloring or glitter. This is optional, but I would strongly recommend. And a stove or microwave. I'm going to use the microwave. Can you think of something in your house that's made of plastic? Maybe plastic fork or spoon, or a bucket, or a toy you have. Plastic doesn't occur naturally in nature, and it can take a long time for those things to break down. They can last in landfills for thousands of years. Today, we're going to make our own plastic using only natural ingredients: milk, heat, and vinegar. Step 1, heat up your cup of milk in the microwave. Be sure to ask for adult for some help. There's some materials that can't go in the microwave, and it can be hot. This can also be done over the stove. Mom, I need your help! While your milk heats in the microwave, set up your experiment station. Have a paper towel, fold it in half, placed down in front of you, and have your materials nearby. I got my milk. My mom microwaved it for 1 minute and 30 seconds, so around there should be good. I can see mine steaming. What you're going to do here is take your 4 teaspoons of vinegar and place it in your mug. For now, I'm going to use this measuring container that's see-through so we can see what's going on. Then take your hot milk and slowly start to pour into your vinegar. As you start to pour, mix with your spoon. While this is happening, keep stirring. There's going to be some thick substances forming in your milk. This is our plastic. It's curds. There's a chemical reaction going on with the milk and the vinegar and the heat. The heat is very important or it won't work. Kind of smells like funny cookies. Wait, what's happening here? I know what's happening, so I'll tell you what's happening here. The acid in the vinegar is causing the protein strands in the milk to coagulate, which means turn to a semi-solid or a solid state. That's why the milk goes from liquid to this funny plasticky substance. Okay, you can kind of see here, I've got this funny mixture. Sort of looks like some kind of dumpling soup. Keep mixing. The next step is to take out your chunks and place them on your paper towel and soak up all that liquid. I'll speed it up for you. Now that you've placed all your curds on the paper towel, squeeze out the water. I'm gonna speed you up again. Open up your paper towel again. It might need to be squeezed through again, so get a fresh paper towel and get squeezing, just like a cheesecloth. Okay, take out your ball. Here is the plastic you made with milk, vinegar, and heat. You can knead it with your hands into different shapes. This is where you can add the food coloring or glitter or anything you want. I like the color blue, so I'm gonna add just a little bit of blue. Here's the thing with food coloring. A little bit go a long way. Just a dab and a little bit of sparkles. I put a lot of sparkles. If you don't have these material at home, that's totally fine. You can just keep it white or any way you want. And afterwards, once it dry, that's when you can add more paint or color or anything you want. Any ideas of what shape we should make? I brought you in a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. This is the substance we've made. And now I'm going to make the letter P. So I'm going to divide it into 2 pieces, make one long leg of the letter P. And then this, I'm going to make the little curve of the letter P. Does your name start with P? How many letters are in the alphabet? 26, you're right. Did you know different alphabets in the world have different amounts of letters? Okay, that kind of looks like the letter P. How many words start with the letter P? Penguin, puffin, popcorn, periodic table of elements, and Dr. Pipette. I'm going to let that dry for 48 hours, and then I'll check back with you. That was a fun experiment. I wonder if Chien Shiung ever did that one. Chien Shiung was a physicist during World War II. She worked on the fuel for the atomic bomb and later did work on radiation detection. She was really smart, and people nicknamed her the First Lady of Physics. Her actual name, Chien Shiung, means courageous hero.
Hey, cool cats. Jenny here. Are you ready for the rhythm of a day? I wrote a poem dedicated to Chien Shiung. I'm gonna read it for you to hear today. Snap if you feel like it. If not, just feel the words. Courageous hero and scientist did fancy experiments. She was really a smart genius. Chien Shiung, the First Lady of Physics. Nuclear physics. Not so hard when your brain is a superstar. Hydrogen, helium, things in motion. Chien Shiung, there's nothing she didn't do.
Chien Shiung was so smart that if she looked at a chalkboard full of equations, she would know instantly what the scientists were talking about. She worked with really small particles and really big magnets to discover the behavior of atoms. What is an atom? Well, I brought in Dr. Pipette to teach us. Hi, Pipette, how are you?
Hi, Jenna. I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. Today, we are learning about Chien Shiung, the experimental physicist.
Riveting! She was a brilliant woman and won many awards for her achievements.
Yes, she did. Pipette, I have some questions about physics.
Okay, Jenna. Ask away.
What is an atom?
Brilliant question. First, we need to understand what matter is. Okay? Matter is everything around you. Anything that takes up space or volume.
So your earrings or my crown or my body.
Exactly. And atoms is what makes up matter. Atoms are broken into smaller particles and so on. But atoms are the building blocks of our universe.
So if my name was Adam, I would be Adam made up of atoms?
Yes. But Adam is the name and is spelled with a D. And atom is the building block of matter and is spelled with a T. Oh, I felt like a cheerleader there.
Oh, you are a cheerleader.
Okay then, give me an A.
A.
Give me a T.
T.
Give me an O. Give me an M.
M.
What does that spell, everyone?
Atom. You're hilarious, Pipette. You know my friend Funny Bones, he tells jokes, but you should get up there and do a set next time.
Maybe one day. For now, we'll leave it to the pros.
Let's go have a laugh with Funny Bones.
It's me, back with some great humor. Here we go. Why did the atom not laugh at his friend's joke? It was no laughing matter. Never trust an atom. They make up everything. Did you hear that about the cool new guy Atomic? Yeah, he's the bomb. Did you hear about the pop made by scientists? Yeah, it's called Physicist.
Oh, gee. Funny Bones always knows how to crack me up. Thanks for tuning in today and learning about Chien Shiung with me. I hope your science experiment went well. Be sure to check on it in 48 hours when it's fully hardened. Then you can paint or draw or add some glitter to it. And then post it down below and let me know what it looks like. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. This has been Labrastories with Chien Shiung, Jenna, Pipette, and Funny Bones. Bye-bye!